It's been years since we last spoke, yet still your name is on my lips.
I guess I miss you.
I can't help but wonder what you look like today.
You knew me better than anyone else.
Do your dimples still show when you get really excited about something?
You anchored me when all the others faded away, and I was always at your side.
Can you still do that thing with your eyebrow when you give me that look?
You knew exactly the right words to say on my lowest days.
Are your eyes still the color of sunflowers? Are your lips still as soft as rose petals? Are you in love? Is she anything like me?
You helped me remember what it was like to be okay, when I felt like I was buzzing in the space just beyond my skin.
It's 12 a.m. I want to hear the story of your life since I left. Are your days long, or do they pass by quickly? Do you still go to our places, but with somebody new? Are you still in school, aspiring to be whatever it was you woke up that morning aching to be? Do you still ache for anything?
Your pain was my pain. You convinced me I was beautiful when I crouched over the toilet in sick desperation. You told me we belonged here, as we were, creating our own certainties without a hint of regret. In return, you were my highest priority, the way family should be.
It's 2 a.m. and I'm remembering our first time. We skipped our last period, senior year honors English, and we went back to your place. Locking the door behind me, you put on a record. Billy Joel, my favorite. You held me in your arms. God, I thought you were the sun, the way that your skin burned against mine. That afternoon, we branded each other with a love unreal, and when we finished, you pushed the hair out of my face, you kissed it all over, and you told me how beautiful I was to you.
I cursed the names of the boys who broke your heart and learned how to pick up the pieces they left behind just so you could go out and let them do it again. We convinced each other to keep living. I've heard that life can be measured in the depth and the breadth of the love you experience. I thought I loved you.
And you didn't stop, and I walked right into love with you, refusing to look anywhere but in your eyes. It's 4 a.m., and I'm remembering the first time I caught you cheating. Yeah. So naive to think that your love for me was endless, and when I realized it wasn't, my heart shattered for the very first time, smashed into a million different pieces. I knew I would never be the same, but you picked up those pieces and you put them back together with the most beautiful words. So I readily ran back into your arms, forgiving everything that you had ever done, because it didn't matter what anyone else said. You were mine again, and that was it. You were my sun, my moon, my stars. It is 5 a.m., and I am wondering at the blindness of love. You cheated time and time again, yet each time I forgave, giving you back pieces of my heart.
Twice I gave up on love for you. My surrogate brother, the first person to save me when we were far too young to bear the burdens that threatened to crush us. And then years later, the only boy to make me think that maybe the storybooks were more than simple fiction. You hated one and wanted the other. So I stepped aside and cheered you on. You were my better half, and I was your disciple. I drank in your gospel with all the efficacy of a practiced alcoholic. For love of you, for the sake of your sanity, your vanity, I remade myself in your image, but I am not you. Never could have been, never could be. I don't believe the lies you told and the stories you wove to keep me on your hook. I don't believe that I sent an email I didn't write or instant messages containing information I couldn't possibly have known. I don't believe in the fucked up God you fabricated to absolve your guilty conscience and satiate your spiteful bloodlust. I don't believe in the old notes I still find in odd places, little letters reminding me of how much you cared. I don't believe you ever did.
I refused to see that you were using me. I meant nothing to you.
But I'm better now. I figured out how to doctor my own wounds instead of waiting for your shitty band-aids. Now I focus on loving myself as much as I love everyone around me. I've learned how to make friends who appreciate me for who I am and not what I can do for them.
6 a.m. I'm remembering that last goodbye. You threw me against the wall and said that I couldn't leave because you owned me. I remember you kissing me and saying that I belonged to you, and that was a good enough reason to resist my pleas to stop. I remember running away and praying, hoping for the very first time that you would not chase after me. You are no longer the sun to me, but the darkest storm of winter, violent and unforgiving.
You wrote to me that you can only see red, that you hate me and hope I burn. Well, my vision is rosy without you blocking the light.
I remember refusing to look anywhere in your eyes, finally hearing the words that you were saying to me. I hear you saying, I never loved you. Finally, the truth is out.
The girl I've become isn't afraid of you anymore. You're gone, and I'm better now. I'm better. That's what I tell myself, because if it isn't true, and some days, some nights, it really, really isn't.
I remember looking everywhere but in your eyes, finally hearing the words that you were saying to me. I hear you saying, I never loved you, and finally the truth is out. You never loved me.
Because there's no one there to make me laugh when I can't breathe.
It's a new day now. I'm starting over.
And there's no one there to tell me that I matter, and after you, I don't think I believe them.
I'm looking at myself in the mirror in a new light, marveling at my own deep dimples and the colors of my eyes. I am falling in love again.
But no matter how quiet those empty hours become, I can promise myself one thing. I will never go back to the cult of you. Because you know what?
I fucking exist too.